Welcome to Lifestyle Solopreneur, the community for entrepreneurs who put lifestyle first. Join your host, Flavia Barris, as she interviews successful lifestyle solopreneurs and shares ideas to help you find the perfect balance between lifestyle, business, and self. Flavia is an attorney, marketing expert, and founder of several online academies. She's been featured in major media, including BBC World News, The Wall Street Journal, The New York Post, ESPN Television, and more. Join us for this episode of Lifestyle Solopreneur.
Hey, Lifestyle Solopreneurs. Today we get to meet Kathleen Coble. She is known as the Queen of Amazon and has launched and grown over 1,000 brands on Amazon for multi-million-dollar companies. As an expert in the Amazon Influencer Program, she helps creators maximize their earnings through shoppable videos, content strategy, and off-site opportunities. Kathleen is also the author of The Unconventional Business Model and founder of Smart Business Mom, empowering entrepreneurs to create income on their own terms. Welcome to the show, Kathleen.
Thank you so much for having me. I am really excited to chat with you all about all this stuff.
I am so excited too. And I want to know, how did you end up as the Queen of Amazon? Because I know nobody is born knowing Amazon. And in fact, Amazon hasn't even really been around for that long when you think of the history of sort of commerce. So tell us how you became an expert in this field.
Sure. Well, it all started back in 2009 was when I made my very first sale on the Amazon Marketplace. I was in a full-time job, just kind of looking for a side hustle, something I could learn how to do. On top of what I was already learning working for an entrepreneur at the time. And so I started selling my grad school textbooks. And like I said, that was my first sale on Amazon. And it just really got me very excited when I made those sales and was able to ship them off to the people that bought them. And all of a sudden, within about a week, I had $500. And so, I thought maybe I am onto something. I can sell things that I don't need anymore and still make some pretty great money with minimal effort. Now, fast forward, and selling on Amazon is a much different game than it was 15, 16 years ago. But just to kind of go back and give you a little background of, that's why I may be known as the Queen of Amazon, is just because I've been in this space for so incredibly long and selling for multiple businesses. I eventually went out on my own and created my own agency where I helped thousands of brands launch their products on Amazon. I had a big giant team there for a long time. But, a few years ago, it's working for yourself and being an entrepreneur is amazing, especially when you have a thriving business. But it just got to the point where I was really burned out and I was in meetings all day long. Yes, it was my own business, but it just kind of took a lot of the fun out of it when I'm at my desk and, not really able to be creative like I used to be when I had first started my business. So about 4 years ago, that's when I discovered the Amazon Influencer Program. And so I kind of took a pivot and thought, maybe I'll try out this. And it's very similar to the Amazon affiliate program, but you get to make content that you upload to Amazon and then lives on Amazon, which helps their customers basically make informed decisions about, should I buy this new bed frame or should I buy this new couch? And so I kind of just leaned into this new opportunity, found that kind of creative outlet that I was really craving, and also the autonomy that I really wanted. It brings some really great passive income. And now I also teach it. So I get to help others do what I'm doing, making money on Amazon. And that just really has helped me to not only, have this great job satisfaction within my own business, but to really feel fulfilled. And I love helping other people. I love hearing about other people's success stories, especially being able to make money online while staying home with their kids or being present for loved ones and family members and things like that. So that's kind of my long story in a nutshell as to how I started on Amazon and kind of where I am right now.
Love it. And yes, I think we are on the same page with prioritizing family and time together with friends and hobbies and self-care. So what is this Amazon Influencer Program? Because there's people listening who probably have shopped on Amazon and just know generally what Amazon is and probably see the trucks, the UPS driving around with tons of Amazon boxes stacked high. But what is the Amazon Influencer Program? And is that different than just somebody selling products using Amazon as a platform? How did that program evolve and how did you become an expert in it?
Yes, yes, absolutely. So I actually discovered this program as I was helping a client with their product listing pages. So when you are a seller on Amazon, you are actually selling physical products. You are purchasing inventory, you are shipping that inventory to Amazon, setting up your product listing page on Amazon, your storefront, and all that good stuff. But the biggest difference between being a seller on Amazon and being in the Amazon influencer program is that being a seller, you have to deal with that inventory, with that shipping, with that customer service, with those Amazon selling fees and things like that. And that's not to say that it's not a good business model. It still is a very great business model. And I still have clients that I love and help with that business model. However, with the influencer program, it's more similar to being an Amazon affiliate. So instead of actually sourcing inventory and shipping out inventory to customers and creating these product listing pages and storefronts and things like that, when you're an influencer, you are an Amazon affiliate. So you are able to sell products and it's a smaller commission, right? As an affiliate. However, you're not actually paying for the inventory and you're not actually sending that inventory to customers and dealing with customer service and Amazon fees and all that good stuff. So really the biggest difference is you're not actually selling products, but you kind of are, because with the influencer program, you're creating content that sells that product, whereas you are an affiliate for that product. So with the Amazon associates, there's also a difference between being an Amazon associate or affiliate versus an influencer. And pretty much anyone can be an Amazon associate or affiliate, where you sign up for the program, you go grab some affiliate links from Amazon, and then you can post those around to YouTube or your social media channels. Again, you're selling things, but you're an affiliate. So you're not actually buying inventory and fulfilling these orders. Amazon's doing that for you. With the influencer program, one thing I really love, and the biggest thing that distinguishes it from all the other programs where you can make money on Amazon, is that you get to create content around these products and upload that content to Amazon. So your content lives on Amazon, and then Amazon puts it in front of their customers to help them make their purchasing decisions. And then if a customer watches your video or clicks through your photo and buys that item you're promoting, you'll then make an affiliate commission that way.
How does someone get involved with that program? Is it by selection only? Does Amazon have to invite somebody? Or is there an application process? And how would somebody aim to get themselves into that platform if this becomes their goal?
Yes, yes. So I don't want to scare people with the barrier to entry, because it's really it's not that high, right? Amazon calls it their influencer program. And I'll be the first to say, I am not an influencer. I do not have tens of thousands of social media followers by any means, but it is an application process. So for anyone who's listening, if you just simply Google Amazon influencer program sign up, you will find the page where you can go and sign up and apply to be in the Amazon influencer program. And what Amazon does is they ask you a few questions, but the biggest kind of barrier to entry there is they want to see at least one of your social media platforms that has really good engagement. And so they give you 4 options. You can choose TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, and they'll take you through that process. And you basically link that social media platform, whichever you want to apply with, and they'll pretty much tell you right away whether you are approved or not. And the good news is that you can apply every single day until you get in. And, we have people like in my program that I teach this, right? I mean, we have people with 100 followers on TikTok who got into the program simply because those 100 followers are just very engaged. So Amazon's really looking for engagement over follower count.
That's amazing. So I think even if someone today, I mean, this would be rare, but if they're sitting there thinking, I don't even have any social media accounts, it means that they could create one. And if they have even a small following, if there's enough engagement, Amazon might sort of bless them with acceptance into this program. So once you're in the program, what exactly are the requirements? I mean, does Amazon expect you to maybe submit a certain number of videos or reviews per month, or you get kicked out? Or is it once you're in, you're in? What are some of the particulars so people can determine if this is the right fit for them?
Sure. Yeah, great question. So once you get into the program, Amazon then gives you the opportunity to have your own Amazon storefront, which is really cool because this is a place where you can not only upload content, but you can create these like idea lists and You can upload photos. So basically, you have your own kind of Amazon real estate already once you get into the program. But really, the magic in being in the Amazon influencer program is kind of what I like to call the step two, in that once you get into the program, then the step two is you create 3 videos that Amazon will then ideally approve. And then once you create and upload those 3 videos directly to Amazon, they'll live on your storefront. Once they're approved, Amazon then unlocks you for on-site placement. And what that is, now that means the 3 videos that you have submitted to Amazon can now be placed on those product listing pages of the items that you've tagged in your videos. And so this is really the amazing thing about this program, is that Amazon is doing the marketing for you as far as on-site commission goes. So let's say I guess I've created videos for just about everything I've ever purchased on Amazon, because why not? But right now I'm looking at my standing desk, right? And so I've created a video about my standing desk, why I love it. I talk about its features and its benefits. I upload this content to Amazon, and now my video about my standing desk now lives on that standing desk product page. So when customers are browsing around, they can click on my video, see my input, my feedback on my video. And if they decide to purchase, I will then earn a commission. So like I said, it's a little deceiving that Amazon calls an influencer program, because they really do help you with the marketing. As far as once you get your content approved, they will help put it in front of their customers to help you earn money.
What's the requirement for posting that content to those social media accounts that they looked at previously during your application? Do they require that, hey, if you're going to review this standing desk, we also want to make sure you put it on that TikTok you showed us or that Instagram? Or is it truly, once they vetted you on your social, you are not required to sort of cross-promote Amazon onto your own social?
Yes, the latter. Once you are approved, you are not required to post anything on your social media account. You do want to keep the account that you were approved with for Amazon's program just open. However, as someone who is not really big into posting on social media, no, you do not have to. There's no requirements as far as keeping your account open. You don't have to submit a certain amount of content every week. You don't have to cross post on social media. The only things that'll really get your account shut down or taken away from you is if you violate Amazon's rules, which they're pretty basic. And once you get in the program, they have lots of great documentation just to kind of tell you what's not allowed. They don't want you to take people off of Amazon, right? They don't want you to direct people to a call to action in your videos that live on Amazon. But, I have people in my program who will create 50 videos in 2 weeks. And by videos, I mean, these videos are 1 to 2 minutes long. They are not your YouTube highly produced videos. In fact, those don't convert as well as just your taking your iPhone and being behind the camera, talking about the features and benefits of, for example, your standing desk, and then you upload that video, right? So there's no requirement as far as posting as many, 10 or 20 videos a week. You can simply do it. I have a lot of people who get started with it and then kind of put it to the wayside. Life comes up, right? And we're all about the lifestyle entrepreneur. And the beauty of this program is you can set it down and you can pick it up whenever you so choose. But whatever content you have that lives on Amazon will continue to earn for you, whether you're working on it or not.
That is amazing. You wrote a book. I'm going to take a stab here. I'm sure your book is available on Amazon. It's called The Unconventional Business Model. Tell us about the book and what it's about so listeners can see if it's a book that's right for them. And of course, if they want the book, they would go to Amazon.
Yes, definitely check it out on Amazon. The book is really all about my experience in being an entrepreneur for the last decade or so. And really a lot of the lessons I've learned along the way, the experiences I've had, and kind of what has gotten me to the place where I am right now, where I really truly have this lifestyle business where my business revolves around my life, right? So when I get a phone call from my kid's school that someone is sick or someone needs to be picked up, I can just go do that. When I have a busy week or, I just can't get to certain things, I can do that. And so the book is really all about the lessons that I've learned along the way, but also a lot of tips and pointers to help the readers be able to not only decide what is a good business model for them, but to really also put it into perspective of when you're starting your business, or whether it's a business or a side hustle because you're still in your 9 to 5, what's really important? Making sure that you are not setting yourself up for 10 hours a day of client calls, but that you're setting yourself up for maybe creating videos for Amazon 1 hour a day. And that's all you're able to do. So it's very flexible. It's hopefully motivational and inspirational to help anyone be able to find that business that really works around their lifestyle.
I love that you founded something called Smart Business Mom. So you have kind of a place in your heart for moms. Tell us a little bit about that focus and what you've been able to do for moms because of that group.
Yeah. So moms have just always been my passion ever since I became a mom, right? I really feel like my entire world changed, my entire perspective on everything changed, but especially my perspective on money, time, self-care. It's all different when you have children or a child that you are now responsible for. And so one of the things that I really, really love doing, and a big reason why I wrote the Unconventional Business Model, was to really help moms and parents be able to get out of those stressors that just constantly weigh us down as far as work goes and time management and self-care. And so I am just all about helping. I love helping everyone, but really have a soft spot for moms in that, we can create a business around the life we have, and we can do all these things, even though we have children, right? When our family always comes first. I know with me, my family always comes first. It's always going to come before my business. And so the people that understand that are the people that tend to gravitate towards the things that I talk about and the things that I teach. And with the Amazon Influencer Program, I have hundreds of moms and dads and people that aren't parents, but lots and lots of moms who I teach how to make money on Amazon with this influencer program, because those are the people that really need the help and the assistance to be able to figure out a way to make money online, mostly passively once everything is set up, so that we do have that freedom and flexibility and don't have to say, no, honey, I can't go to your soccer game tonight. Mommy has to work.
Well, I know you're big on self-care, not just connection with family and friends and all the above, but a big focus on self-care. What are some ways that you sort of advise people to maintain that self-care habit in their lives? Like, what do you do to make sure that you don't lose track of taking care of yourself? And I know, all of us, we have friends groups, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you tend to hang out with other entrepreneurs. And I think that self-care element, it's not just it's important and you just get it done. I think it's a real challenge sometimes to find that time for yourself. So how are some ways you make it possible to do that?
Oh, definitely. I think the hardest part is finding that time, because we all, if we could take days or weeks to just practice self-care, I think we all would. It's really just deciding to put yourself as a priority for even just a small piece of every single one of your days. And so I have at least 15 minutes of every single day of mine. And sometimes the day gets busy and it doesn't happen till right before I'm going to bed, but at least 15 minutes where I'm doing something that really lights me up, whether it's a hobby or just journaling or meditation, or even just taking a walk in the sun now that it's sunny and bright out today. Just carving out that time, it's just going to make you a better entrepreneur. It's going to make you a better parent. It's going to make you probably more money in your business as well. If you're not taking care of yourself, how can you truly take care of anyone or anything else? So I think a lot of people think, we have to take these vacations or take a spa day. And I also, of course, love doing that, but that can feel very overwhelming as opposed to just 10 to 15 minutes every morning or every evening before you go to bed. Just do something that lights you up, that you enjoy. And that is just very simple self-care that we all can do.
So we ask all of our guests, do you have something of value that you want to gift to listeners for hanging with us today on this episode? And I love that you offered a masterclass, how to earn $10,000 plus every month by creating simple video content. And I was like, you're offering the whole masterclass. And I think it is just wonderful and very generous of you, by the way. So we always post all of our guest gifts and freebies and things that our guests offer at podcastguestgift.com. But we also want to give people the ability to go direct as well. Again, you can access this one plus everything else that all of our guests have contributed at podcastguestgift.com. But tell us a little bit, Kathleen, about what that masterclass is about and how to access it.
Yeah, so the masterclass gives you my 5-step system to how I consistently earn $10,000 plus every single month, creating content for Amazon. I kind of explained a little bit how it worked as in the beginning of the episode here. But if you go to the free masterclass, which you can find on my website, which is www.kathleenkoble.com/masterclass, you can access that totally for free. And it goes through my 5-step system to not only just getting started with how do I apply for the Amazon Influencer Program, which social media channel should I apply with, and what happens if I don't get in right away, all the way to how to really scale those earnings to $10,000 every single month with just creating these 1 to 2 minute videos for Amazon. So like I said, I love being able to earn money on Amazon, but I also really, really love teaching other people how to do this too, and just hearing the success stories and just being able to help improve other people's lives and give them the resources to be able to make money online that maybe they didn't even know about. So if that sounds interesting, I would love if you would grab my free masterclass, again, kathleenkoble.com/masterclass. And I think you'll learn a thing or two.
Well, that is very generous, very just awesome of you to offer that for not just moms, but really anybody that wants to add something to their entrepreneurial journey, some way to earn an income that can become somewhat passive too. I love it when you can create something and then just have it produced for you into the future. There's so many different ways entrepreneurs can do that. And you're presenting one that is, I think, very attainable for so many people. So what are your parting words of inspiration, motivation, or just wisdom for listeners today?
I would say 2 things. First off, it's never too late to get started. I have a lot of people in my program in their 50s and 60s who just started this and are making a lot of money, which is fantastic. But the other thing too is that look for something that isn't going to burn you out. Look for a business or a side hustle, similar to the Amazon Influencer Program, where it's going to keep you motivated. It's going to be fun, but that also doesn't require you to kill yourself as far as time goes and lose sleep and get burned out. And I've been there. I think a lot of people listening have been there. And so stay motivated and don't give up. And it's never too late.
Thanks, Kathleen, for being on the show today. I find what you're doing super exciting. It is, again, so attainable for so many entrepreneurs who just maybe even need something they can do on the side without giving up their day job. And you're offering this, not just here on the episode, but in a free masterclass. So thank you again for giving back and paying it forward and sharing your knowledge with all of us today.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been so fun. I appreciate it.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast, and if you leave a review on iTunes, I promise I will read every single review. If you know someone who makes a full-time living from part-time work, and maybe this is you, please visit lifestylesolopreneur.com to nominate a guest or to nominate yourself. Because remember this, money doesn't buy happiness. But money in the hands of a happy person, there is no greater tool.
Today's episode was brought to you by the Get Shift Done program. It's a lifestyle-changing online class to help you define your business and lifestyle ambitions and to set goals in a way you've never experienced before. This class will 10x your daily productivity with methods that will blow your mind. And if you use a coupon code podcast, the class tuition is 99% off. Visit GetShiftDone.com to enroll today.